spear and throws him to the ground, but as he falls, he hits his head on a rock and dies. As the battle rages on, a red mist descends upon the town, making it difficult to see. Spear and Fang use the fog to their advantage, killing everyone they come across. Meanwhile, the chief and his older son, Eldar, return to the town with more slaves in tow. Eldar blows a horn, but there is no response. As they approach the dock, they see a trail of blood leading into the town. When they enter, Eldar vomits at the sight of the dead bodies scattered throughout the town. The fog clears, and the chief realizes that everyone in the town has been killed. He rushes around, searching for his wife, but eventually finds her dead on the ground. He screams her name and breaks down in tears. Eldar emerges with his younger brother, and together they decide not to bury the bodies in a traditional manner. Instead, they seal the bodies in a cave and block the entrance with a large rock. The three men return to their boat and release the slaves. They place Rika and the boys' bodies on the boat and push it into the water. The chief is too grief-stricken to do much more than watch as Eldar comforts him and takes a bow and arrow. Using it, he sets the boat on fire, burning the bodies of Rika and the boy. Together, they stand and watch as the boat is consumed by flames. They wear their armor, set the town on fire, and set out to have their revenge. Spear woke up to find himself on a boat with his injuries miraculously healed. He saw Mira tending to Fang's wounds and rushed over to her side. As she pulled out the arrows and treated her injuries, Spear couldn't help but feel grateful for her care. Later, as Spear and Fang woke up, they saw the fog rolling in. They knew they had to be ready for whatever came next. Mira and Spear grabbed their weapons and waited anxiously as they saw the chief and Eldar's ship approaching. The chief and Eldar rammed into Spear's ship, and the chief leaped onto the deck. Fang tried to attack him, but Eldar shot at her, causing her to retreat. Spear fought the chief, but his armor was too thick for any of Spear's attacks to penetrate. Meanwhile, Fang and Mira fought against Eldar as he shot arrows at them. Mira managed to hit Eldar, knocking him off the top of the ship. But Eldar was quick on his feet and landed safely on the ground. Spear kicked the chief, causing his helmet to fall off. The chief saw Fang attacking Eldar and rushed to save his son. As the ships hit some rocks, Fang threw Eldar off the ship and into the water. The chief jumped in after him, and Mira expertly navigated the boat to safety. She tried to tie the ship to a nearby tree, and Fang and Spear rushed to help her. Suddenly, Fang ran off into the woods, and they followed her. They watched as she gathered leaves and soil, and Spear realized that she wanted to lay eggs. He was overjoyed and helped her set up her nest. Meanwhile, the chief had saved his son from the water and was tending to his wounds. That night, the chief sat by the fire and saw a demonic entity staring back at him. He woke up with a start and saw Eldar emerging from the woods with an animal in tow. They stood by a stream, listening to the screeching of some birds, but the chief didn't seem to have any idea what to do next.